It's crazy how life just presents you. The universe just gives you these different scenarios. You go from, you know, winning the Contender Series, getting a contract. You fight Justin Willis, you lose, and now you got another fight that is putting you on the national stage again. Just talk about just that roller coaster of this lifestyle.
Man, I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's an awesome opportunity. One thing Coach Jeffries always says, you know, he says, speak those things that are not as if they are. And I'm a big believer in that. You know, you keep saying over and over you're going to do something and that it's going to happen, then, you know, life's just going to give it to you. You know, I listen to a lot of positive affirmation things on YouTube and whatnot. And one thing, if you listen to any of them, one of the things they always say is, you know, you got to be positive. You got to hang around positive people, and that's why I keep my coaches and everything else, you know, around me and tight knit, because they all care about me and they all want to see me do well. And you got to have that positive mindset in anything you do.
He's always wanted to do his own MMA or facility. It's just been his dream and stuff ever since he got out of school. And I kept telling him, I said, you know, do your MMA fighting. And then the lady here that was actually leasing from me, you know, eventually if we do it and see what happens and stuff, because her clientele was going down and stuff. And we sat there and said, once you get to where you need to be and want to actually just do MMA and he can do this full time, we had come open where she left, and then it made him where he said, hey, let's go ahead and turn it in. Ruben and them needed a better place to train. There's kids looking for this all the time, and it was just the perfect timing.
Like any pro athlete, most athletes think that they're going to be in the pros forever and they're going to make all this money, and they never have to worry about falling back on anything like a home business or even working for somebody. So it makes me feel good that he's thinking of life outside of the UFC as well, and also just being a UFC fighter, giving back in a form of training for those who want to pursue an MMA career.
You know what I mean? You got to have an income come in. I only get paid when I fight. You know what I mean? So I might fight. You know, last year, 2017, I fought 4 times. 2018, I had an injury. I didn't fight at all. You know what I mean? So I had no extra income at all. And, you know, I got to have, you still got to have my own source of income coming in. And then I'd always loved helping people. I've always personal trained people here. I've worked here for my father the last 3 years. You know, and it's been, you know, a blessing for sure. Whenever the opportunity came up to take over the old Taekwondo Center, you know, I took full advantage of it. Just went in, got everything set up the way I liked it, and now, you know, I plan to make my living off of that. You know what I mean? Continue to pursue my fighting career, but, you know, I figure I got, you know, max 4 more years. I don't want to be, you know, 40 fighting. You know what I mean? I plan to be done here in the next 4 years at the most. You know, I'm gonna continue to fight the best guys. You know, see where that takes me, and hopefully it gets me where I want to be at.
Good, your ankle's good. Good. That's good. Good. 190 just good. 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 All right. Let's get it 97. Come on, let's get it. Let's go. Good. Let's get it. Let's punch it. Let's push it. Good. On and offline. Good. On and offline. Good. Good.
Just to see his progression over the years, like, you know, just seeing him around here, having the fights that he had some great highlight fights, but also just seeing his technical ability that has grown, the opportunity, being on the co-main event for the first card on ESPN. It's a great, outstanding opportunity going against Greg Hardy. It's you know, one of them fights that if there's anybody that deserves to get hit in the face, is Greg Hardy. The opportunity that is afforded to him is exponential. I mean, and he has all of the tools and abilities to take it. I mean, it's literally served to him. He has all of the skill and ability to take up the opportunity.
307, ahead of schedule. Good. Deep breaths. Hands up, on and off line. On and off line. Good. Good. Elbows up. Good job. 311. 595 all together.
And then as soon as you get where it's doable, I don't know what that means, you take it from there. And you want me trying to take him down
Yes.
and all that?
Just show him how to take it down, and then we'll reverse it.
Okay.
So you don't get hurt, he can hurt one of us.
The best guys in the UFC have wrestling background, and so I think him being well aware of that, you know, is why he wanted me to come out, and hopefully it's helping him a lot. From what I've seen, it has, and I think, you know, he's going to just continue to build on that, and I think it's just going to continue to help make him a better fighter.
I mean, you gotta be well-rounded. You know what I mean? Like DC coming in and winning the heavyweight title, that's a perfect example right there. You know what I mean? DC's not the biggest guy. I think DC's like 240. You know what I mean? When he's heavy, and you know what I mean? I think he's only like 5'10", but he's so well-rounded that, you know what I mean, he goes out there and dominates. He beats Stipe in like a minute 30 some seconds or something like that. I mean, you got to be well-rounded. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's got a puncher's chance. You know, heavyweight. Then you got a guy that weighs over 230 pounds. If they touch your face, you're going to go to sleep. You know what I mean? So you always got that. You know, that Derek Lewis power, you know what I mean? So you got to watch out. But I mean, if you're more well-reversed, well-rounded, it's easier to tire somebody out. You know what I mean? Most big guys have no cardio. You know, and that's one thing I really emphasize on is my cardio. I got to have my cardio up there, and I'm going to continue to make it better. You know, I want to get that Cain Velasquez cardio that, you know, never stops, and that's the end goal. You know, you got to keep pushing, keep working hard, and, you know, I believe it's going to make a big difference.
What we got going on right now?
Oh, I'm Jay Starnes, Fat Man and His Foods, over here at New Millennium Mixed Martial Arts and Conditioning, getting them ready and stoked for their graduation class today, and trying to provide them some good food out here. We've got some slow pulled pork barbecue we just come off the smoker with. We've got some green beans that we did, some baked beans, some our coleslaw with some of our own finest homemade barbecue sauce, and our homemade rub here. So hopefully everybody had a good day today in the training and their testing, and we're hoping and wishing Alan best of luck on his fight in January the 19th, man. Who else couldn't be so excited for him? So we are, for sure.
Well, I only got to take a little bit of the beans right now, and they're super good. So far so good. I'm ready to try the pork. I'm sure it's good though.
So it falls right off the bone. Look at that. Right there, that's how you know it's done. 225 degrees of pure perfection.
Sorry, vegans.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we took care of this animal was eating all your vegan food, so we're helping the vegan world today.
Well, that's a low-fat pork sandwich.
I hope it ate.
Yeah.
The benefit of being a heavyweight.
You see, yeah,
It's right
see
there by the
that's
airport.
Carolina barbecue.
The exit to the
So you
airport,
can't come to
instead of going
Carolina
left, you go to the right.
without getting this. All right, yeah, that's the
You're
Carolina
flying out,
barbecue.
right?
That's good stuff right there.
We just kicked up Fat Man and His Food this past summertime. I used to be involved with a barbecue restaurant back in the early 2000s in my suit and tie days. I've been in the telecom world and software world for a while, and I've just done a little bit of everything. But probably for the last 6 months hard, we've been doing some big deals. We cooked for 550 down at East Carolina University back in early November, which was a philanthropy event for a sorority down there, and it was a really, really big turnout. So we were pretty happy and stoked with that. 2019 is looking very promising for us, so we got a lot of parties already set up. So we're trying to get them all taken care of just as good as we can.
Even my dog gets to eat good. You know what I mean? He's gonna love this.
Dogs and fight training.
Yeah, dogs and fight trainer too. Oh man, I really appreciate it, Jay.
Hey man, you know anything
That man
for
and his food, dude. He catered my brothers, and I didn't even know he could cook. I've been friends with this guy for years.
Yeah.
And he goes and caters that, and I was like, man, this is delicious. I was like, I gotta have you come over to my place and do some
We
good
try,
catering.
man. It's all experience. I try something new every day, man. Who knew I could make some barbecue sauce, make a fat man's rub, and I used to be fat a while back. I'm still pretty thick, but I enjoy it, man. I'm glad I could do for you, man.
Yes,
I wish you some luck.
This man fixed computers, print you out some shirts, and then cook you some food on top
Cook you
of it.
some food. I'm turnkey, man.
Yeah.
You got a business, we take care of it. Up and down.
Yeah.
When I set my mind on something, no matter what my goal is, I always get it. You know what I mean? It's not I'm not trying to sound cocky, but if I set my mind on something and I decide I want that, then it's going to happen. And that's how my life's always been. I wanted to play football. I said I'm going to make it to college, and I'm not going to pay for college. I'm going to have a full ride scholarship. I went and done it. Whatever you're willing to work for, you can make it happen. And I just kept on pushing through until I got to where I wanted to be. I said I wanted to make it to the UFC, and then here I am in the UFC now. Co-main event on first ESPN card. So.
pretty cool.